Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run stuffing.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB.
That's how we do it.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. DeMarcus Lawrence bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the Worse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. Again, it's Elliott. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did.
And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Let's get this all day.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. They go play action now. Haskins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Here we go. Kill. Boy, they. 61. Match box. Right, check out, read. Tighten up. Whip. Watch the whip. Here we go, 46. You got tape. You want tape? Spell. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check.
A give to Elliott. And an alley to run. Power running by Zeke. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 33 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receiver have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now Forbath for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. format to send it away now following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The tackle by Robert Quinn.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On play action, Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Peterson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Short gain last two plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
And the blitz does come. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 54 yards, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Hopkins with the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So Dak and the Cowboys down 17-14, 80 seconds remaining. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. They go to Elliott again. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move was there, but didn't buy him a whole lot. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. He finds Austin complete. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
the run.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Intended that time for Cooper, and it's 3rd and 4. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Corner blitz by Josh Norman works like a charm. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.